You know, I always say today is a special session. And yeah, today is really special. Um, Today we feature a very fine musician, a big brother of mine, a man I love dearly. But I say today is special because it's a celebration of life. And if you bear with me, I'm just going to take up a little moment of your time just to explain why I say it's a celebration of life. So about 3 years ago, the man you're about to see, Feya Faku, yeah, he had a tough time. He was unable to play. He had a condition called Bell's palsy, and half of his face couldn't move. So as you can imagine, for a trumpet player, that's like, you know. So he moved back home to the PE, and I recall taking a drive down to PE around October. It was heavy lockdown to go see him. And he was very unwell. He was half his size. And yeah, and he had been in a coma for over a week. So I say today is a special day. It's a special performance. And I say it's a celebration of life because he's back there in full form. And it's truly just humbling to see him having regained his strength, his ability to play again. And he's back, man, with a force, eh? By fire, by force, as they say. So I am truly just honored to have him playing here in this lounge, my lounge. He's been here for the whole week. So I've had the pleasure of watching him practice in his pajamas every day. So this is going to be a great one. So I felt that I should preface by saying that a man I love dearly, a man I love so much, his picture hangs up on my wall. 2 pictures actually hang up on my wall. Mr. Feya Faku, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're featuring a great, legendary trumpet player, composer, my big brother here, father, everything. Mr. Feya Faku, welcome, man, to Lunga's Jazz Lounge.
Thank you, Lunga, for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you, man. Yeah.
Sure, it's yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. I'm excited about this.
Yeah.
So humor me for 1 second. How does it feel being in this space? I mean, I always ask this question, but you know, I've seen you perform various places all over the world, actually. Great clubs, concert halls, and so forth. How do you feel about being in this space? You had a rehearsal yesterday and even just now with the guys. How is it performing in an intimate space like this?
Man, it feels warm here. Why? You know, actually, I'm very excited and a bit scared at the same time because it's very intimate. It's like I'm standing here naked, you know.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is home for me, you know, like literal. I mean, I lived here this week, the whole week. Every time I'm here, I know every corner of this house, you know. Yeah, it's like playing at home, actually, you know.
Right.
It's really like playing at home. Yeah,
no, it's been a great honor having you around, waking up to you, practicing each morning, playing the piano. Well, you heard it from the main man. Let's listen to some music.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That song is called Soulful Big T. Big T was a great bass player from Port Elizabeth, where he was born. He started the group, the Soul Jazzmen, very prolific group, a la jazz messengers kind of style. So I wrote this for him because he had this big sound and very soulful. Next song we're going to play is called for David. David is a great piano player from Santiago de Cuba. I met him when he was 17. I just recorded a CD, Impilo, and I came across him. The CD was not playing, yeah. So this is a song I wrote for him way back, yeah. This is David's song. Thank you very much. Yeah, as Lunga said, I had time to go home and reflect. I was going through a pain on my feet. And my sister used to rub my feet early in the morning. And she used to pray by singing, you know. She has a gift like her daughter. It's things we don't talk about, you know. And there at home, you hear a lot of these songs. I hope it comes out nice. Yeah. It's a kind of a traditional course, I think, but it has some other spiritual thing in it. It's called Triangul. Triangul are those ladies, you know, in the Transkei with those big dukes and the long pipe. Yeah, yeah.
Just a question. I've never asked you this. No, we listen to a lot of music. You and I, we share a lot of the same tastes musically and so forth. And you listen to a lot of horn players, a lot of trumpet players. I'm just interested to know, how did you find your voice as a trumpet player? And I asked this question deliberately because, I mean, you can wake me up at 3 a.m. in the morning and I hear your music and I know that it's you. And a lot of people share the same sentiments. It's quite a, I don't know if it's a gift. So I'm just interested to know, you know, what your journey has been in finding your voice.
Wow, that's too much of a question. It's a bit difficult, but I will try.
Yeah.
You know, when I grew up, you know, I grew up under the wing of saxophone players, you know, great, like Doug Marcus, Mr. Whitey Coleman, Dyer, Tito, you name it. You know, I guess, my way of playing has been affected mostly by saxophone players,
Right.
having started with the alto, you know, and it was always the sound. That is what I heard from the elders, you know.
Yeah.
You know, as much as you listen to the music or study the solos of great people like Clifford Brown or
Sure.
Lee Morgan, you Donald Byrd, you name it, Miles, you know. Yeah, I remember Abdullah giving me a book of Clifford Brown with the solos. He said, Feya, I'm giving you this book, you know, just to look at it, you know, check what is going on, but please find your own way of playing and not assimilate, you know. We have to start from somewhere, obviously, but we have to find your own. I'm still actually striving to find that. It's a, you know, it does not end.
Yeah, it's a life sentence.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
like music. You know,
absolutely.
You never finish it. You never say, hey, I'm happy. I'm content, because it's a process. Today it's like this. Tomorrow
it's like that.
It's like Jesus says, you know, you wake up, you take the trumpet to play it, you win.
You win,
Sometimes, you know,
you lose.
the trumpet wins.
And it wins.
It's like that.
And you die.
Until you die. And the trumpet wins.
It wins.
wrote for a great piano player and composer, the great Tete Mbambisa. He writes in this kind of, this is called Tete's sound.
latest record is called Impilo, which means life. This, for me, is the theme of today. It's a celebration of life. Tell us what inspired the record. I mean, I know, but I'd like for you to share with the viewers, you know.
Well, as you know, man, I went through, you know, my life was like a what? Roller coaster?
Roller coaster, yeah.
Yes, it's been up and down, you know. I was affected, you know, by Bell's palsy, you know, like paralysis of the left side of my face. I couldn't play for 3 years, you know, until my friend from Switzerland asked me to come, and he gave me a residence, you know. I think that was a challenge, actually. You know, he believed that things will be fine. And I went to Switzerland, and I was on quarantine because it was during this COVID thing, you know, and I was there. In fact, the album Impilo was not supposed to, you know, to be there, actually. It was not a planned thing. It just happened spontaneously. Whilst I was on quarantine, you know, I was in this apartment. So I wanted to iron, something like that, to prepare myself, you know. And my colleague from there said, no, I'll bring it. What else? And a few things that I needed. So he said, no, I can't come. Take your mask and then we meet there in the open, you know. So I went. We were busy talking, like planning what is going to happen. I had to write. I went there to write music, actually. The only album that was planned is the live one, Live at the Bird's Eye. You know, we're talking about that. Whilst we're talking, I saw this figure coming, and it was my friend. You know him. We met him in New York when I was there. David Villones,
David,
from Santiago de Cuba. I met him when he was 17 years. Here, 2000. He's about 38 now. And then, you know, we're all excited. We started talking. And my Swiss colleague was like, oh, you know each other, blah. He said, yeah. As a matter of fact, David came to Cape Town to do this Rolex festival, you know, with Marcus Gilmour. Yeah, so I visited him from here, Joburg, then to Cape Town, spent a weekend talking about maybe doing a project together, you know, like duo with percussion, you know. But my Swiss colleague was very excited. He said, wow, man, why don't you do like a trio thing with Fabian, the Swiss guy, you know. So that is how the album was done, and we just rehearsed, from the book, and
beautiful record,
the rest is history. Actually, the album is celebrating my life.
Your life,
as well, you know. Thank you very much. That song I wrote for a great friend of mine from Boston. He's from Haiti. I call it Haitian Delight, yeah. Because he cooked me this great meal. Yeah. The next song is called Suli, a great friend of mine in Sydney. Lives in Cape Town. Unfortunately, he left us. I remember directing him to the orbit to have his gig. I could not make it because I was going to Europe. And then I took the Uber. I said, "Hey, Feya, I'm going up the stairs. I'm at the orbit now. I'm sorry, I won't see you." And I've never seen him again. He passed on. Yeah. This is for him.
last week I went to a beautiful concert of yours at the Joburg Theatre, and you had the Bokani Dyer trio,
Yes.
and strings.
Yes, and Keenan Arons.
Keenan Arons as well. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I'm just interested now, like, how do you envision your, what next project are you, like, what kind of project are you interested next, and what kind of ensemble work? Because you've done strings, you've done the big band. Do you have a sense of what you'd like to do next?
Yeah.
You've explored a lot of things, but I'm just keen to know what is next for Feya Faku
Yeah, there's a few things that I would love to do, like a piano-less quartet. I would also like to do a duo album, just piano, or duos, like piano and the horn, or guitar and the horn at the same time. But there's another thing that I've done before that is close to my heart as well, like do a big band or a nonette.
Yeah.
I've been talking to Africa about that, to arrange me, some charts, but this time without saxophone. That's another sound I find interesting.
Okay.
I did it way back, when I was back in PE.
Yeah.
Like the saxophone parts, like being played by French horns.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
nice.
it's beautiful, a sound.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes without a bass, with Cuba.
With the tuba, I see.
The next song is called Keeper of the Spirit. Yeah, that means the spirit of the music. I wrote this for Android. For me, music is about friendship. It's about trust, it's about brotherhood. And most of all, it's about energy. And I'd like to thank these musicians for their commitment to the music, not me. For representing the music, because the music, I feel it's bigger than us. It's bigger than all of these things, Cornel West says music is bigger than spirituality and all that stuff, The thing is to let the music do the talking, not us. We're just vehicles, Music comes to us and does not belong to us, And I thank these guys, for their commitment, not to me, but to the music.
Nhlanhla, last question. Before we get into today, just tell us more about your band.
Yeah, today I'm playing with some cats I've been playing with. I've been changing the configurations. Like playing with people that I really love. Who play music for art's sake. No wishy-washy, just support one another. Like Bokani, is very close to my heart. I know him when he was young, about 8 years.
Wow.
The son of a great friend of mine, Steve. He will be on piano and on bass. Nhlanhla, I've known him for a while now. I remember at Nikki's there was a jam session, and I was touched by his sound. I'm not sure if he was aware at the time, and we hooked up. He came to my place. I remember the first time. We played bass, I played piano, we checked things, and like from 9 in the morning until 5, non-stop, we didn't even eat.
Sure.
And I was like, wow, this cat is committed, He's on bass, and then on drums, a very reliable being, very humble cat, great player, very professional. Sphelelo, Mazibuko.
Sure.
Very reliable.
Yeah, I know. He's very professional.
On tenor and flute, a great friend of mine. I've known him for years. We've traveled like Holland. We finished it, for almost 28 years.
Sure.
Yeah, Sydney Mnisi will be on tenor and flute. Yeah, and I guess that's about it.
Wow.
And myself on trumpet and Flugelhorn.
Wow.
can become the Dyer on piano. The beautiful guy, Nhlanhla, beautiful. The most reliable, great musician, the busiest drummer in Johannesburg. Sphelelo Mazibuko. Great friend of mine for years, I think maybe 40 years or so, and we never had any squabbles or smile all the time. My brother, Mr. Sydney Mnisi. And I would love to thank all of you, thank Lunga for letting me perform here. And for him being there for this music. He really loves it. Yeah. He's a great writer. He writes for all the soapies that you watch on television, on Netflix. Yeah, but he's very underground.